try to ask questions about what? Well, I'm supposed to be talking to this microphone? Welcome to the first KQED Poets Conference, press conference. Mr. Dillon is a poet. He will answer questions about everything from atomic science to riddles and rhymes. Go.
Oh my
Who's
God.
first? Come on.
I'd like to know about the cover of your forthcoming your album. The one with subterranean music blues in it. I'd like to know about the meaning of the photograph with you and the wearing a Triumph T-shirt.
What would you want to know about it?
Well, I'd like to know that that's an equivalent photograph. It means something. It's got a philosophy in it. And I'd like to know visually what it represents to you, because you're a part of that.
I haven't really looked at it that much. I don't really.
I've thought about it a great deal.
It was just taken one day when I was sitting on the steps, you know. I don't really remember very too much about it.
Well, what about the motorcycle as an image in your songwriting? You seem to like that.
Oh, we all like motorcycles to some degree.
I do.
Do you think of yourself primarily as a singer or as a poet?
Oh, I think of myself more as a song and dance man, you know.
What?
Song and dance man.
Why?
Oh, I don't think we have enough time to really go into that.
You're quoted in the Chicago Daily News as saying that when you're really wasted, you may enter into another field. How wasted is really wasted, and do you foresee it?
No, I don't foresee it, but it's more or less like a ruthless type of feeling. Oh. Very ruthless and intoxicated to some degree.
The criticism that you've received for more or less leaving folk music for folk rock hasn't seemed to bother you very much. Do you think you'll stick with folk rock, or are you going on into more writing?
I don't play folk rock.
What would you call your music?
I would call it, I like to think of it more in terms of vision music. It's mathematical music.
Would you say that the words were more important than the music?
The words are just as important as the music. There would be no music without the words.
Which do you do first, ordinarily?
The words.
You think there will ever be a time when you will paint or sculpt?
Oh, yes. Oh, sure.
Do you think there'll ever be a time when you'll be hung as a thief?
You weren't supposed to say that. Let me have a match. Thanks.
Bob, you said when you always do your words first and you think of it as music. When you do the words, can you hear it?
Can I hear the
Can you sort of hear what
Yes.
music you want with
Yes.
when you do your words?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Do you hear any music before you have words? Do you have any songs that you don't have words to yet?
Sometimes on very gentle instruments, not on the guitar though. Maybe something like the harpsichord or the harmonica or auto harp. I might hear some kind of melody or tune which I would know the words to put to.
You'd say that.
Yes, not with the guitar though. The guitar is too hard an instrument. I don't really hear many melodies based on the guitar.
Do you sit down just to write a song, or do you just write it on inspiration?
I more or less write it on a lot of things.
What poets do you dig?
Oh, Rambo, I guess. W.C. Fields. Uh, the family, you know, the trapeze family in the circus. Smokey Robinson, Allen Ginsberg, Charlie Rich is a good poet.
In a lot of your songs, you're hard on a lot of people. Like a Rolling Stone, you're pretty hard on the girl. And in Positively 4th Street, you're pretty hard on the supposed friend. Are you hard on them because you want to torment them or because you want to change their lives and make them know themselves?
I want to needle them.
Do you still sing your older songs?
No. I just saw a songbook last night. I don't really see too many of those things, but there's a lot of songs in those books I haven't even recorded, you know. I've just written down, you know, and put little tunes to it, and they've published them. I haven't sung them, though. A lot of the songs I just don't even know anymore, even the ones I did sing. There doesn't seem to be enough time, you know.
Did you change your program when you went to England?
No, I finished it there. That was the end of my older program. I didn't change it. It was developed, and by the time we got there, it was more or less. I knew what was going to happen all the time, you know. I knew how many encores there was, you know, which songs they were going to clap on the loudest, and all those kind of things.
On a concert tour like this, do you do the same program night after night?
Oh, sometimes it's different. I think we'll do the same one here in this area, though.
Did you in England do any of the songs like Subterranean?
No, I didn't work with the band there.
Will you be working with the band here?
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
In a recent Broadside interview, Phil Oakes said you should do films. Do you have any plans to do this?
No, I don't. I do have plans to make a film, but not because anybody said I should do them.
Yeah. How soon will this be?
Next year, probably.
Can you tell us what it'll be about?
It'll be just another song.
You dig flicks. Who are the people making films that you dig particularly?
Truffaut. I really can't think of any more people. Italian movie directors, you know, but not too many people in England or the United States, which I can really think that I would dig.
You did Elton Chaplin bit as an exit line in one of your concerts once.
I did? That must have been an accident. I have to stay away from that kind of thing. Oh, that's pretty. Well, thank you very much. Was that taken right here with the Polaroid? Good God, I must leave right away.
What do you think of people that analyze your songs? Do they usually end up with the same
Oh,
meaning that you wrote? Or
I welcome them with open arms.
University of California mimeographed the lyrics to all the songs on the last album and had a symposium discussing them. Do you welcome that?
Oh, sure. I'm just kind of sad I'm not around to be a part of it, but
It would have been pretty wild if you had been.
Yeah.
Josh Dunson, in his new book, Freedom in the Air, implies that you have sold out to commercial interests and the topical song movement. Do you have any comments here?
Well, no comments, no arguments. no, I certainly don't feel guilty.
If you were going to sell out to a commercial interest, which one would you choose?
Bob,
Ladies' garments.
Bob, have you worked with any rock and roll groups?
Professionally?
Or just sitting in or on concert tours with them or sitting in with
No.
their sessions?
No, I don't usually play too much.
Do you listen to other people's recordings of your songs?
Sometimes. A few of them I've heard. I don't really make it I don't really come across it that much, though.
Is it a strange experience?
No. It's like more or less like a heavenly kind of thing.
What do you think of Joan Baez's interpretations of your earlier songs?
You mean the one I haven't heard her latest album, or the one before that. I heard one, she does them all right, I think.
What about Don?
Colors? What do I think of Donovan Colors?
Yeah. Do you think he's a good poet of love ballads?
No. He's a nice guy, though.
I'm shattered.
Huh?
I'm shattered.
Well, you needn't be.
Are there any young folk singers or rock groups that you would recommend for us to hear?
I'm glad you asked that. Oh, yeah, there's the Sir Douglas Quintet. I think are probably the best that are going to have a chance of reaching commercial airwaves. They already have with a couple songs.
What about Paul Butterfield's group?
They're good.
Mr. Dillon, you call yourself a completely disconnected person. Would you like to
No,
elaborate?
I didn't call myself that. They should have drove those words in my mouth. I saw that in the paper.
How would you describe yourself? What is it that you have you analyzed this? Why you appeal to people?
I certainly haven't. No.
Mr. Dillon, I know you dislike labels, and probably rightly so, but for those of us who are well over 30, could you label yourself and perhaps tell us what your role is?
Well, sort of label myself as well under 30. And my role is to, to just stay here as long as I can.
Mr. Dillon.
That you share Phil Oak's concern that he expressed in a recent broadside having to do with the fact that, well, he feels that it becomes increasingly dangerous for you to... You can't hear?
No.
Phil Oakes wrote something in a recent broadside magazine to the effect that you have twisted so many people's wigs that he feels that it becomes increasingly dangerous for you to perform in public before an audience.
Well, that's the way it goes, I can't apologize, certainly.
Did you envision a time when you would give 5 concerts in one area like this within 10 days?
No, this is all very new to me.
If you were draftable at present, do you have any feelings of what your actions might be?
No. I probably just do what had to be done.
What would that be?
Well, I don't know. I never really speak in terms of what if, so I don't really know.
You're considered by many people to be symbolic of the protest movement in the country for the young people. Are you going to participate in the Vietnam Day Committee demonstration in front of the Fairmont Hotel tonight?
I'll be busy tonight.
Are you planning any demonstrations?
Well, we thought of one. We thought of one. I don't know if it could be organized in time.
Could you describe it?
Well, it was a demonstration where I'd make up the cards. You know, they have a group of protesters here, perhaps carrying cards with pictures of Jack of Diamonds is on them, and Ace of Spades on them, pictures of mules, maybe words, and maybe about 25, 30,000 of these things printed up, and just pick it. Carry the signs and pick it.
What words?
In front of the post office. Well,
What words?
oh, words. Camera. Microphone. Loose. Just words.
Do you consider
Names
yourself
of some famous people. Huh? I'm sorry.
Oh, do you consider yourself a politician?
Do I consider myself a politician? Well, I guess so. I have my own party, though.
Have a name?
No, there's no presidents in the party. There's no presidents or vice presidents or secretaries or anything like that, so it makes it kind of hard to get in.
Is there any right wing or left wing to that party?
No, it's more or less in the center. Kind of on the uppity scale.
Do you think your party could end the war with China?
I don't know. I don't know if they have any people over there that would be in the same kind of party. You know? So it might be kind of hard to infiltrate. I don't think my party would ever be approved by the White House or anything like that.
Anyone else in your party?
Anyone else in this party? No, most of us don't even know each other, you know. It's hard to tell who's in it, who's not in it.
Do you recognize them when you see them?
White House.
Oh, you can recognize the people when you see them.
Are there still tickets available for your concerts in this area?
I don't know. I would imagine so. Maybe for some, I guess.
How long do you think before your party will win?
Gee, I don't know. I could answer that, you know, but it would mean something different probably for everybody, so we want to keep away from those kind of things here.
What did you mean when you said, I don't think things can work out in an interview recently in Chicago?
I don't know.
Talking about-
What things were we talking about?
You said, I don't think things can turn out, I've accepted it, it's a sadness.
No,
Sort of
no,
like
no,
having
no.
no
No, it's not. I don't think things can turn out. I don't think anything you plan ever turns out the way you plan it. That's all.
Is this your philosophy?
No. No. Doesn't mean anything.
Do you think that it's fun to put on an audience?
I don't know. I've never done it.
I wrote a song called Baby, You've Been On My Mind.
Yeah.
You didn't record it, right?
No.
Do you sing at the concert? Have you?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. No.
Are the concerts fun still?
Yeah. Concerts are much more fun than they used to be.
Do you consider them more important than your albums, for instance?
No. It's just a kick to do it now. The albums are the most important.
Because they reach more people?
No, because it's all concise, very concise, and it's easy to hear the words and everything. There's no chance of the sound interfering. Whereas in the concerts, we've played some concerts where sometimes they have very bad halls, you know, and microphone systems, so it's not that easy for somebody to come and just listen to a band as if they were listening to one person, you know.
Will you make all those lyrics of songs available in a book sometime?
Oh, they all are, yeah. They all are.
You say you no longer sing your older songs. Do you consider them less valid than the ones you're putting out now?
No, I just consider them something else in themselves, you know, for in another time, another dimension. It would be kind of dishonest for me to sing them now, because I wouldn't really feel like singing them.
What is the strangest thing that ever happened to you?
You're gonna get it, man.
But what is the weirdest
Why did you
thing
hear
that
as
ever
a
happened?
friend? I'll talk to you about it later. I wouldn't do that to you.
What areas in music that you haven't gotten into do you hope to get into?
Writing symphony with different melodies and different words, different ideas, all being the same, which just roll on top of each other and underneath each other.
Mr. Dillon, when will you know that it's time to get out of the music field and into another field?
When I get very dragged.
When you stop making money?
No, when my teeth get better. You know, or God, just when something makes a drastic, when I start to itch, you know, when something just goes to a terrifying turn, and I know it's got nothing to do with anything, and it's time to leave.
You say you're going to write symphonies.
Yes.
Is this in terms of, we think of symphony, not classical?
I'm not sure.
Might be,
Well,
I'm just thinking.
songs which are all written, you know, as a part of a symphony, different melodies, different changes, with words or without them, you know. But the end result being a total. I mean, they say my songs are long now, you know. Well, and sometime it's just bound to come up with one. It's going to be, you know, one whole album consisting of one song. I don't know who's going to buy it. That might be the time to leave.
What's the longest song you've recorded?
I don't know. I don't really check those things. They just turn out long. I guess I've recorded one about 11, 12 minutes long. Hollis Brown was pretty long on my second record. And With God on Your Side was kind of long. But none of them are, I don't think there was as much into anything as Desolation Row was, and that was long too. Songs shouldn't seem long, you know, it just so happens that it looks that way on paper. That's all. The length of it doesn't really have anything to do with it.
Doesn't this give you a problem when issuing records?
No, they're just ready to do anything that I put down now, so they don't even care.
But what happens if they have to cut a song in half, like Subterranean Homesick Blues for
They
the single?
didn't have to cut that in half.
Oh, but they didn't have to, but they did.
No, they didn't. No.
They're
You're talking
saying-
about like a Rolling Stone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they cut it in half for the disc jockeys. Well, you see, that song, it didn't matter for the disc jockeys if they had it cut in half, because the other side was just a continuation on the other side, and if anybody was interested, they could just turn it over and listen to what really happens, you know. But we just made a song the other day which came out 10 minutes long, and I thought of releasing it as a single, but there was just, they would have easily released it and cut it up, but it wouldn't have worked that way, so we're not going to turn it out as a single. It's called Freeze Out. You'll hear it on the next album.
Of all the people who record your compositions, who do you feel does most justice to what you're trying to say?
I think Manfred Mann. They've done the songs They've done about 3 or 4, and each one of them has been right in context of what the song was all about.
What's your new book about?
Oh, it's about just about all kinds of different things. Rats, balloons. They're about the only thing that come to my mind right now.
Is that the same book with Macmillan?
Yes, yes. No, I don't really do too many of them. I wouldn't do it if I was oppressed or depressed or there's nothing wrong.